So I was wearing sunglasses, like caulking my bathtub, and I just kept thinking, like, if somebody breaks into my house right now.
Subscribe to the podcast, KFC Radio on YouTube.
Bang.
Well, I watch the podcast, so I think that might be it.
Do you really?
Yeah, sometimes I do.
Pop it on?
I
just
love my babies, yeah. But I'll click on one of your stories and it was posted like 7 seconds ago. I'm like, that's humiliating. I want to delete my account when that happens.
No, I think that's one of those things, though. I think it happens to so many people now that everyone is like, look,
Right.
It just happens
to me.
sometimes.
Like,
Yeah.
It's like this person's obsessed with me at the same time, you know?
No, I think that you're a full blown fashion icon, and
thank you.
Yeah, like the runways of Paris are next for you because I mean,
I would love
first of
that.
all, the DKNY thing is unbelievable. I don't even understand what's going on.
Me
You're
neither.
you're like a billboard for DK. Donna Karen, what's happening?
I know, it's so weird.
How did it?
Because I'm short, like I'm old. Like, I don't know why they picked me in the
You're
first
nuts.
place, but I'm flattered by it, you know?
I mean, it's very cool. It's like a full partnership, right? They're
Yeah.
tagged and everything, and
Yeah,
then
cool.
I also think those TikToks that went viral. However, it was like, I don't know, a few months ago where you were judging like 2000's fashion.
Right.
I mean, you are like the voice on
I know, which is
female
so
fashion
funny.
now.
I just like inserted
that was
myself
unbelievable.
into that like genre of
Yeah,
things.
yeah,
So
no,
I
but
was
it
just
works so
making
well.
fun of it. Yeah.
But you have the uncanny ability to, like, if you just look at something and laugh, it's a
Yeah.
funny video.
Yeah.
Like the voice, the accent, and the laugh. Like, it doesn't even matter. You're funny on top of it, but you don't even need to worry about that.
Thank you.
Those videos, those pictures, are terrifying
Oh,
because.
and it's coming back.
Well, that's the thing. Like, but not only is it coming back, but I say this all the time. Every picture I look at from 5 years, 10 years, 15 years ago, I'm like, this is horrible. So that means
yeah.
right now we're dressing like assholes.
Oh, always. It's like a cycle of every 5 years.
But, like,
because
why-
you think you
like-
look so good,
Yes.
and then you look back and you're like,
what
oh
am I
my god,
doing?
everything was a
So
nightmare.
at all times, we're dressing and looking like assholes.
Yeah.
We just don't know it yet.
Always.
That's a scary
Ooh,
thought.
that's a good point.
It's
Time
like
to tell.
it's a mind fuck where it's
I
like.
used to wear those shirts like not that long ago. Like 5-6 years ago, I wore those shirts that like every girl wore where it was like the shoulders were had spikes on them. And I'm like, I saw a
And
picture
you
of
were
that. I'm
like,
like, oh my
like,
God.
I'm getting this
we're-
bit
I
off.
really thought it was
Yeah.
like, this is high fashion.
It's
like I'm an
crazy.
icon. But
and then, like, I mean, the 2000s might have been special though, because as crazy as it probably is at all times, when it was like just like tank tops on top of tank tops
Yeah.
for girls
Yeah,
and
yeah.
big belts and shit. It was like it literally looked like a girl like goes in her mom's closet, like a little girl, and like plays
Right.
dress up. And that was what you guys were like rolling to the club in.
right. Right, like 4 polo shirts going to the club, looking so bad. I mean, you guys weren't any better though. Like
No.
your pants started like mid thigh.
Yeah.
Like I remember guys' pants falling down all the time in school during that time because they would like have a belt, but
Your
it
whole
wasn't
ass
there.
is
They
out.
weren't up at all.
No, and you're
Like, they were
walking
going
like your legs are
full-
kind of like held together
yeah,
by the
full
belt.
cheeks, but it was all a commitment, and the shirt was like a dress. that you
Speaking
guys wore.
of shirt dresses, did you ever do like a basketball jersey dress?
Yeah, I still do that, which is like not. I probably should stop, but I still do like a
Keep
basketball
going.
jersey.
Keep
yeah.
going, and I
That's
will fucking
timeless
end up
classic.
marrying you. When I see a girl in a jersey dress, I am like, oh my god,
That's
give me
the
a ring.
summer
I'll propose.
vibe.
Oh,
Like jersey with bike shorts.
let's
is the vibe.
go. Oh, see,
Which
you're
is
a fashion
like
icon.
so funny.
What makes you think that someone in a jersey dress? What makes you think
Wanna
right
marry
away,
me?
Like
Well, because
that's wife material, and she's interested in a guy
me.
from Westchester.
Because there was a moment where in Westchester that was a thing, man. I can rattle off. I'll give you names of all these girls who were wearing Sacramento Kings jerseys and Philly
Right.
jerseys.
Bro, I don't know why I thought of the Sacramento Kings the other day. Is there a worse sports team to play for than the
No, they're the
Sacramento
worst.
Kings?
They're the absolute worst. They are rock
I
bottom.
forget about them all the
All
time.
the time. They are non-existent.
What do you
if you
do?
ever meet a guy who's like, I'm a professional basketball player, and you're like, oh, who? And he says the Sacramento Kings, be like, you are goodbye. You are you are less important than anybody I know.
It's just like I don't even know what do you do with $1 million in Sacramento. What do you do with a $17 million
Right.
contract in Sacramento?
What is the worst city you've ever been
Oh
to?
God.
Because I feel like
There's
comics go to
so many
every
bad
single
ones.
city.
There's so I
But
feel like
what's like
I've
a-
been everywhere.
What's a big city that people think is like dope that you're like, I never want to go there again?
I don't know. You want to know what? I kind of nest everywhere I go. I'm trying to think of, like, they're really, I mean, Florida's a nightmare. Like, different parts of Florida, like
I can't.
Tampa.
We got back.
Anywhere
we
that's
went
not
for
by
a
the
wedding,
beach.
and I just can't. I can't handle the weather. I can't handle the people. The fucking iguanas. I just
Where
can't
were
do
you
it.
guys?
We were in Naples, which is nice. It's fine.
Oh, I love Naples. Did
But-
you stay in
but-
that fancy hotel?
No, we stayed in the hood.
We went to
Oh,
literally. We got an
God.
Airbnb
We got
in
a-
the
Florida's like
ghetto.
block by block.
The
too.
ghetto.
We
Yeah.
were in, like the
In a
ghetto.
hotel?
No, Airbnb.
Airbnb.
It
was-
was like from the inside of the house was nice, but as I was pulling up, because we didn't book it, someone else did, and I was like, who the fuck did this?
Yeah.
Talking like just pools filled with like grime. And
Oh
dirt
God,
and
yeah, they
shit.
love a pond.
Yes,
in Florida.
yes, a pond.
They love
pool,
a fucking pond.
and like cinder blocks in the
Yeah.
fucking in the street in the fucking
it's like
front
algae.
lawn.
There's like
yeah.
algae everywhere.
Oh, my
I
God.
don't even know that happened to pools in Florida. I
Yeah,
No,
'cause
because
it's
they,
year
if you don't
round, it
take
should
care
be-
of it, it happens
right.
to a pool anywhere.
But like when I know what you open up your pool in New York and it's grimy and algae filled when the
Right.
first day you open it because it's been closed for the winter. In Florida, it's all fucking years.
No,
You're
they
swimming
don't
in it.
care. And like
Grimy.
lizards are just around. Which is
Everywhere.
so the
and
wildlife
I'm
other
sweating,
places
and I'm
freaks
just-
me out.
Ugh. But the
And-
fact that you can just be around lizards, like
Yeah.
literal little tiny
And
dinosaurs. and just-
iguanas too. Like
Yeah,
they're
there's-
all over the place. They're
there's
like
just-
the rats
that's just
of Florida.
An 8-foot snake. Like, what?
Yeah.
What?
We saw an iguana roadkill, which I'd never seen before. That was
Just
That was
massacred.
That was weird.
It's so
It was
weird.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's like,
I feel
there
like
shouldn't be
also
humans around.
if you're staying in a bad area in an Airbnb, that's a nightmare because they're like the keys are at my neighbor's house. Like it's never easy to just get into the house.
Thank God
like, it's
the inside
always-
looked nice because as I was walking in, I was expecting like a full blown trap house.
Right,
But
right.
it was weird. Don't get me wrong. The decor and everything was fucking
Naples
a
is
nightmare. But
so random.
Dude, there was a
I
fucking-
can't believe you guys went there.
the,
That's
the,
wild.
the wedding was at like a country club or a golf course or whatever. That was like amazing, and I was like, how is this only minutes away?
There's a
from
club
this?
over there that's like one of those clubs that every comic talks
Hits,
about because it's like the old one was so bad, but it's like there's it's a fish restaurant and there's a shark head protruding out of the wall like halfway onto the stage, so you have to kind of like walk around the shark and there's like a fish net with crabs climbing up it, like fake crabs. That's like one of those weekends that I remember. The last location too had like an open kitchen, so they would just be like making smoothies while you're on stage. It's one of those things you're like should have went to college.
Why do you-
you know?
When I see that, like, I mean, is it just about like there's people in that market willing to pay for tickets? Is that why you go
Yeah,
to these
because there's
places?
nothing else really
no other
around there.
clubs?
So like the clubs will like people will go.
Because I just
so
see
it's
some
just
of
one
the
of
times,
those
you know, you
things.
guys are like on the road and there's like, we're in fucking Idaho this weekend. I'm like, why?
Yeah.
What? But I guess if, you know, cash
Yeah.
rules, right?
Yeah, you got to do what you got to do.
But I also feel like you could probably stop going to those places, but I feel like you all just keep going because
Yeah.
you can't stop.
Yeah.
You're all sick in the head.
Yeah, true.
You're all fucked. You're all fucked. You're all the sickest people I know is stand-up comics.
Right.
I don't like to do anything, period. And you
Same.
guys are no, you're not, because you're up like 9 nights a week, 20 times a day
Right.
on stage. It's like,
But still,
just
when I'm
stop.
like not working, I'm just like
nothing.
chilling, watching TV, watching so much TV that's embarrassing.
What's the trashiest TV you watch?
I love all the dating reality shows.
Yeah.
I want
How-
to go
how-
on one so bad.
Go on Love is
The way
Blind.
I would
please.
love that.
You
I
on
want to
Love is
be on that
Blind?
show so bad.
With the accent too would be
I don't
so
understand
perfect.
who people want to be on reality TV.
Why?
It doesn't make sense to me.
It's
Cause
no, it's not
like-
reality TV. It's a dating show where they find love. By the way, I don't know if it's
You're gonna find your
necessarily-
soulmate. That's why, John.
I don't know if it's
Like I know. There's like you're already famous. I get why someone.
No,
from
it's not about
a
that.
trailer
It's
It's
park
about
in
love.
Florida-
It's about love.
Here's what it's about. Number one, love. Second of all, I feel like it's about the experiment of the whole
Yeah.
thing because they can't see each other.
Yeah.
That every guy would like
you-
leave the room before I even like after I said one thing.
This one was special. This last one, that Indian guy, Sheikh. People fucking hated
Do you know that I've been
guy.
trolling him on Instagram like just outwardly? Like I've never done this before, but I like comment on all of his things. I'm like, you suck. I'm like, you're the worst.
With your account? Or
Yeah,
the
with
burner?
my account.
With your account.
It's the only time I've ever done that. I was just like,
That
I
guy
hate him
sucks.
so much.
But he was like, so would I be able to pick you up over my head?
Right.
Like, she's not a fucking
I
dumbbell,
know.
dude.
The whole thing is like you're not supposed to see each other. I don't know if you've seen
Yeah,
it.
he
You
knows
know
the
the
premise.
concept.
Yeah.
But he was like, you're not supposed to ask what people look like, and he was like, so do you like to work out? Like, do you go to the gym? Could I
Dude,
pick
that's
you
a fair
up?
question.
I think
The
he was
whole
keeping it
point
real.
is
He
to
was
not
keeping it real.
see each
But that's
other.
such like you have to kind of figure out if the person here's
You can
the
find
day,
out in other ways.
the day.
You can find out in other ways.
Listen,
I feel like.
I love Love Is Blind. Both seasons, they're like at the end of the season, they pose the question like to find out, is love really blind? I'm like, clearly not. Look at what happens every time. The day that we will find out if love is blind is the day that they lift up that fucking wall
Right.
and someone's 300 pounds.
Right.
when there's a
They only
fucking
cast hot
huge
people.
fat person,
They only
Right,
cast
yeah.
hot people.
when there's a fat person and someone has to go like has to keep a poker face when it opens up, they just
And
have to
they
be like, oh good, that's when we'll find out how real
and then
it
when
is.
they meet, they like realize they're so crazy.
Oh,
like
yeah.
that guy with the girl who she made him dress up like a hot dog and a piece of corn or something. I was like, this is horrendous.
that
like
one
I
girl
would
who was
die.
openly like, I'm picking a fight for no reason and it's because I'm crazy and you
Yeah.
need to deal with that.
Yeah, that was her. Yeah, run for the hills.
But like what? You went on a Netflix dating show.
I would lose.
And
I
you
wouldn't
were
even
like-
get picked.
You're like, hang on, this person might not be mentally
Sound?
stable.
Yeah, I know.
like no shit.
Right.
You fucking meant at a mental institution.
Right, they
and-
cast the show in a Chili's, like in the South.
I would love to see you on there. Or just how about the good old regular Bachelor? You would
I
tear
repel
shit
men. You
up.
don't understand that I repel men. I went to this party like a few weeks ago, like during Valentine's Day, where it was like a single, like everybody brings a single friend kind of thing.
Sure, sure.
And my friend came up to me after I was talking to this guy, and she was like, "Did I just hear you talking to this guy about your automatic cat feeder, like your cat food feeder?" And I was talking to him for so long about it, and he literally was like, "I have to go move my car." That was his response. I was horrified, but I was like,
Dude,
okay,
that
like.
is- Like the worst thing in
haters
New
are
York
gonna
is like
hate.
finding parking, and he chose to go do that over conversing with you. That is special. I have to go do the worst chore
No,
in
I
this city
repel.
imaginable.
I repel. Like that's my
That
job.
is so
An
fucking
automatic cat feeder is.
Yeah.
There are a few things in life that you buy, and there's a pause before you hit add to cart. You're like, am I gonna make this life choice right now?
Yeah.
Because you're not making
It is a
it.
life
It's
choice.
not just a life choice. It's like you're choosing who you are as a
It's
person.
a personality trait.
defi-
Yes.
yes.
Yeah.
It
Absolutely.
defines you as a person.
Right.
I'm going to be there's before I had a cat feeder, and there's after I have an automatic cat feeder. There's
BC
two different
and
Carlys.
PC, yeah. No, you're right. But also, it makes
Yeah.
sense, and I could talk about it for a long time if you guys want to hear about it. But I'll spare you.
So you were big timing us for so long, not even answering our emails, you bitch.
Wait, no,
Yeah, that's
I
right.
didn't.
Yeah, that's
I
right.
was supposed to. Well, it's a whole fiasco. Do you want me to tell you?
Yes, I do.
So we were emailing back and forth, and then I pushed it to this week because there's been a lot of things. Like me and Jesse are going on tour, but we had to cancel literally today. Just found out we had to cancel most of the tour for good reason. But like she's filming something, I'm taping
okay,
something,
okay. Good,
so it's
good,
just
good,
one of
good,
those
good.
things. But we're still gonna be in Atlanta, and we're gonna be at Zany's in Nashville.
Dope. Cool.
Yeah,
When Zany's?
Zany's is. Are you guys going to Zany's?
Yeah, we're doing April
Yeah,
21st.
we're doing the 21st.
Have you ever been
Thursday.
there? Nashville's
No.
so fun.
I mean, been to
Nash-
Nashville. We haven't done
yes.
any, like,
Dude,
sort of-
I don't know. I think I'm gonna. Nashville's got one more shot for me, but I think
Why,
I'm
you
gonna
didn't like
start an
it?
anti-Nashville trend.
Oh, well, let's do that after we go there.
Yeah. But it's just too popular. I think.
Yeah.
I mean, people.
well,
in Nashville would agree with
everything,
me.
you know,
It's just too
Nashville.
popular.
Nashville was the thing, and that jumped the shark, and then it became Austin, and now that jumped the shark.
Right,
and,
Nashville's very bachelorette party vibes.
Yes,
It's
and
too.
now,
Yeah,
so is
yeah.
Austin. It's like it's
Which
the
is
same sort of
fun,
thing.
which is fun,
But that's
though.
like when you know your city has, you know, finally like made it, is when it becomes like a destination for
You
that
know,
sort of
you know
Yeah.
what it is when they start with the pedal bikes. Those
When-
the
Oh,
pedal bars.
100%.
When you
Oh
got,
my
when
God.
you got
Oh my
pedal bars in
God.
your city, it's over.
I
The
filmed
people
this
on those
woman
bikes
the other
think
day.
they're hilarious.
Yeah.
They're like, everyone's gonna see us.
Oh
and
wait,
they're
oh
gonna
you're
think
talking
we're
about like
so
the full,
cool.
like
The bar.
Oh,
The bar.
okay,
Like
yes,
it's
yes,
like a
yes,
boat
yes.
for some. It's like a boat, a bike, and a car
The
at the same
second you see
time.
one of those in your town,
Get the fuck out.
Yeah,
it's
you
done.
gotta go.
I
But-
thought you were talking about like city bike type things. When you have one of those, that's like, I filmed this woman the other day. Fucking.
I think
it
city
was-
bikes should be illegal.
It was so windy, and she was stopped at a red light, and the seat was just too high for her to get her toes on the ground to like balance herself.
Oh God.
And the wind just blew her over.
No.
she was trying to like balance at the red light, and it just.
And you stood
And
there
she's-
and you videotaped her
Yes.
instead
Yes.
of just helping her.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
I mean, I was in the
I mean, how do
car.
you
I
help
was-
someone on a bike?
You know how I would help her? I'd be, get off the fucking bike.
Yeah,
Take
I-
the subway. Get an Uber, bitch. It's
those
too
bikes
big
are
for you.
they're so dangerous too.
And no
Like
helmet, and
tourists
they're
should
in
not
and
be
out.
able to just be riding bikes
Have you
everywhere. I'm sorry.
have you ridden one
No,
before?
I don't even ride a bike
They're
like in a park.
They're like
That's insane.
100 pounds. They're like
Yeah, no.
150 pounds of metal because, you know, they got to be durable and last through the weather and shit. So it's like this giant hunk of metal that you're supposed to like.
Yeah.
No.
I saw
no.
a guy get hit by a car, like,
Good.
but he was fine. But he got hit by a car, like his shit went flying. I'm so sorry, but his shit went flying everywhere. And he was like not hurt, so he was so embarrassed. I was like, "Oh, are you okay?" He's like, "No, I'm fine."
I meant to do that. I wanted to get hit by the car.
He got hit.
Dude, it is.
She gets like this.
I felt so
Where- like,
bad
what
for
street
him.
was it on?
It was over here. It was like by the Flatiron Building, and I was like,
Car was going
"Oh
fast?
my god!" The car was like turning, and I guess didn't see him, and they were going a little fast, and he just like his shit went everywhere. I was like, "Oh, I'll help you up." He's like, "No, it's fine. I'll just leave it." Like and left. Like he left his like
That's just all my personal
paperwork.
possessions. I don't need any of this. It's fine.
It is so weird how like because like your human instinct is to like
Just get up and go.
pretend you're totally fine.
Right.
So like we will be suffering like from grievous bodily harm,
Right.
And we'll try walking
Oh,
it off.
especially men.
So
Are you kidding
strangers
me?
don't think we.
Yeah.
Like,
If I
as
trip-
as if walking is gonna make someone forget what we did. Like,
Yeah,
I saw it already happen.
the damage is
saw
done.
it
You
happen.
already look like an idiot. So just let me like treat your wound that's bleeding right now.
Also, you might feel it tomorrow. Like get the license plate number.
Something,
like,
anything.
What are you gonna do?
If I fall, I will leave behind my children.
Yeah,
just to get out of that spot.
Oh,
Like
forget
goodbye.
it.
I can't handle that.
It's
that embarrassment. Or like with the worst is when you like if you're about to trip, just fall. Because the trying to
Oh my
pick
God.
yourself
And
up,
if
just
you're
fucking hit the
alone,
ground
it's
and get
like-
back up and go.
Oh God, yeah. No, you got to bounce right back up. That's the vibe. You just got to bounce up. I don't care. I sprained my ankle once and like walked home on it
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
I was
Totally
just
good.
like,
Totally good.
I'm not gonna wince.
I
Just,
saw
like,
I saw a
tear.
guy hit a pull door as a push the other day, like full shoulder into it.
Oh, God.
Kind of like hit his head a little, and it was glorious. I
Yeah.
loved it. I was like, I'm so happy I'm here for this.
Right, it's fun when it's not you.
Yes.
You know.
Ugh.
That's kind of how I feel about it too.
So not going on tour anymore, but will
So we're
eventually. or
doing
what?
okay. So 9th we're gonna be in Atlanta. 10th we're gonna be at Zanies in
Okay.
Nashville, and then we're pushing everything is gonna be in the fall.
You got some big
We got
big parts and shit
going on, yeah, separately, which is like I'm doing something that next month, which I wish I could talk about, but when it happens, I'll come back. And Jesse is taping something for the summer, so
Very
it's
cool.
like it just.
I
Can't
feel like
happen.
things are going well. I mean, the 9/11 thing was crazy.
Oh my God,
That
you guys
was-
were there.
yeah.
Oh.
You don't remember 9/11?
The one thing I'm not supposed to do.
Never forget.
Never forget.
Like there were these planes and these buildings, dude.
He's
You
like,
better
wait,
buckle
why
up.
is that date significant? Wait, you guys went, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that was to be on that lineup must have been.
It was
fucking-
so cool.
I actually think I would have said no if I were you. I would be
I
like,
wanted
I
to-
can't fucking do this. Are you kidding me?
I said yes,
insane.
and then had anxiety for 3 months
Yeah,
straight.
right.
Like I was losing my mind. Like I
You
couldn't
killed it though.
sleep.
You couldn't tell at all.
The night
Like, you-
before that show,
my
I
God.
caulked my bathtub like at 4 a.m. Like I was
Doing everything
I was
in
just
the
like,
house?
I'm never sleeping. Like I'm never gonna sleep. And I was like, I have
Might as
to
well
be
get something
busy.
done.
So I took all the caulk out of my bathtub and I was so paranoid that I was wearing sunglasses because I was like, there's gonna be some debris that hits
Right.
me in the eye. So I was wearing sunglasses, like caulking my bathtub, and I just kept thinking, like, if somebody breaks into my house right now and I'm sitting here with a butter knife and sunglasses on
butter
in my bathtub, they're gonna think
could you
they're gonna
imagine-
leave.
Could you imagine if
that'd
you-
be in medical textbooks?
Yeah.
Like if someone's doing this, they might have an anxiety issue.
I was so that was like the
Symptom
biggest.
one,
Yeah.
you're recalking your fucking tub.
Yeah.
Imagine if you got hurt or something. It didn't. Imagine if you had to pass on that fucking.
I know.
That set because you were caulking your tub.
I was so nervous too, like, because I was going first. So
Yeah.
I was like, the odds
Right.
of this not going well are pretty high, but it ended up going fine. Because, like, going first on something like that is a nightmare. People are
Yeah.
still filtering in.
Yeah.
You know how it is. It's just like.
yeah, you're doing like the garden, but it's like people are walking in and sitting
Right.
down and still getting food and beers and shit.
Yeah.
But I mean, that lineup is.
It was wild. The after party was
I'm sure.
crazy.
What happened? Anything? I mean, Chappelle was wasted that night.
He was-
so I'm sure
I
the
feel
party
like he
was.
went- yeah, the party
I
was
mean, he
fun.
was bombed.
Yeah, there
Yeah,
was
Jon
like.
Stewart tried to get off the stage like 3 seconds.
Yeah, that was very funny. Trying to wrap that up. Trying to wrap that up was.
Time to wrap it up.
I like left at like I got off stage and cried. Like I was
Sure.
so overwhelmed by that.
Yeah.
But yeah, the after party was fun. It was just like so many people.
Do you like know every? I mean, I feel like you guys all know each other a lot, but when it's different generations and different types of comics, and then you're all supposed to like party together, it's
Yeah.
gotta. Is it ever awkward? Or
No,
you just
it wasn't weird at
you're
all. It was
like-
fun. Yeah, it was
Where
at
was it?
Lore. Have you guys ever been to Lore?
I have never been
I
anywhere.
love Lore. It's like being in the Titanic. Like it's like you feel like you're in a boat. It's so cool. They have like those windows, the
Little
circle
porthole
windows.
things.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
it
yeah.
feels very like Titanic vibes, which is
I don't know anywhere or anything.
I don't know.
If you could
you
tell
guys
me,
don't go out like in
No.
the city.
No.
No.
I,
What do you
I
do?
like have,
Where
like,
do you
little
go out?
local
I don't go
dive
out.
bars, But
Right.
I don't. I've never like. I couldn't tell you like the hot restaurant or the hot club or anything. I have no idea.
I'm still going to like. I'm like, is Sound Factory still open? Do you remember that? Are you around for Sound Factory and Exit? Oh my God, how old are you?
Exit. I'm 31.
Yeah, no, maybe I guess a little before your time, but like Sound Factory and Exit were the clubs we went to in high
Exit.
school.
Oh my God, it sounds like
It
that.
was
Like high
so
school bar.
bad. Back when like you still had to wear like there was that time where you had to, I guess like the 2000s where you had to wear like club like pants. Like you couldn't wear like
yeah.
you know what I mean?
Oh,
Yeah.
So I had to go buy like black like swishy pants.
They
almost,
were like, you
with,
can't,
like, a-
you can't come in here unless you dress like you work in a restaurant.
Yeah. So when we would go to like clubs for like our prom after party, we had to go like shopping for club
Right.
clothes
Oh
that I
my
never
God.
fucking
And the-
wore.
God.
Felt ridiculous.
The worst thing too was like when guys wore dress shoes with like those disgusting jeans that like were
Yes.
like brown wash.
Oh.
They were like
They were like the
denim
box-
blue
box
jeans, but they
toe.
had like
With,
they looked dirty.
The front was like
Yeah.
stained. Yeah.
It
Looked
was
like
so
oil
weird.
stains or something.
By the
Oh.
way, people in like the Midwest still dress like that.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it hasn't like hit them yet.
yeah,
you know?
yeah.
Like time
it's
hasn't.
going in a wave.
Oh my God, those are so
But
embarrassing.
chicks used to dress like you had. You guys dressed like. It's almost like girls would. At least when I was at FSU, girls would go to the club, like they were going to like a business hoes and CEOs party. or
Right.
whatever.
Yeah.
But like that's just how they dress.
Oh yeah, it was business
like-
casual for,
Yeah,
for
yeah.
everyone at the club. Yeah, for sure. It was like the girls wore like the little vest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like the dress pants.
Yeah.
It's so weird. It's so weird.
And I mean, that was for me. It was like a junior prom, so I'm like 17 years old going to
Yeah.
this club. We get in a limo. We go down to a club where some promoter is raping us for like
Right.
it's you know like $400 to get in, and
Right.
I'm okay. Here you
He
go.
doesn't even work there.
And then
yeah.
then it's like just. I mean, that was back when like clubs were just house music and real ecstasy, not even Molly, like
Yeah.
straight up ecstasy.
Did you used to go to Pasha?
I
That was like the thing when I was
did,
young.
but yeah, that was another one.
Yeah, which
Yep.
is like
Yep.
so silly.
Oh my God.
So silly.
We also went to a place called Palladium in Westchester in New Rochelle. That was like a true like teen night at the club.
Yeah.
And then there was a shooting there. And
Yeah.
we're like, we
that
can't go there
always
anymore.
happened to like teen night. Like it was so dangerous because like 35-year-olds would go.
Yeah, oh, that was
It's
like,
wait a
we're
minute, there
going
should
to
be
rape
a
you.
limit like to who
there
gets in.
It should be you can get in at 18, but you can't get in at like 25.
Yeah,
like there
exactly.
these are for the children.
Right. It's
oh,
for
God, I never
teens.
thought
It's
about
called
that.
teen night.
That is so gross.
No, it was atrocious. My mom was so like against me
but,
going to
but
teen
like
night.
with good reason. I'm sure you thought she was
Yeah.
like an asshole, but like when you
Yeah.
look back on it,
Well,
like for the
she-
creeps of the world to just know that at this night there'll be
Absolutely.
15-year-old girls there.
Yeah,
that's fucked.
She let me go once, and it was so bad. She was like, there was like a huge line around the
that's
thing.
the best part is getting, like,
She
dropped
stood
off.
in line with me. Do you understand? I was like, Mom, no, it's fine. Like it's a line. It's okay. And she was like, No, I'm just gonna wait. I'll just stand here with you. I'm like, Oh my God, you're ruining my life. Like at the time, it ruins
Dude,
your
that
life.
was like
Yeah.
like as a kid, you like asked to get dropped off. Not in
10
your
blocks
school.
away. Yeah.
And then,
Walk-
let alone a
walkers.
club.
Like my mom's standing in line with me at the club.
Dude.
And then she asked the bouncer when I was going in the door, she was like, can you hold her purse in case she like so she doesn't lose it? And the guy was like, what? Like, why would I hold your daughter's purse all night?
God. And then did she pick you up too?
She waited in the
the
parking
car.
lot.
I was
She
gonna say, she
like,
probably didn't even
she's like,
leave.
come back out in an hour
Yeah.
and a half.
And then you get in there and you just like hoe it up for a little bit, like grinding with some like 8th grade boy. Or
I
some
went
shit.
with like it was like they were having when they would have like celebrity night at the
God.
club, and it was you remember that show Growing Up Gotti? It was like the
Yes.
Gotti boys. They were like making an appearance, and I was of course obsessed.
Right. Like, I'm gonna
And
make
they
this my husband.
yeah, they signed a dollar bill and gave it to
That was the.
And
that
I was
you
like-
didn't give them the dollar bill. They had that. They're like, sorry.
that was like their
pop
thing.
it up?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
They gave me a dollar bill signed.
Glorious.
Yeah, I was like,
Glorious.
this was like honestly, I would go back to that night.
Yeah,
for
like
sure.
sign me up. I remember
Yeah.
being like in Palladium doing like the fucking
Oh, with the glow
stick
stick? Stop!
shit.
No, I
Oh
can't
my
picture it. I
God.
can't picture it.
So bad.
No, I would die.
So bad. They, like you hold the glow sticks all funny.
bro.
Right,
You
they
did
go
that.
like this.
Yeah. They fucking. Oh my God.
That
it was
is-
so bad. I mean, I didn't. I mean, there were definitely times where it was like what you do, what you did.
Yeah,
there
that was the
there were
thing.
chicks. I remember as soon as they got in, probably like their mom waiting outside the club. They got in. immediately yanked their thong
Oh,
off,
yeah, you
take the
changed.
jacket off, and I was like, well, whatever, man.
Yeah, wardrobe change.
Get the shit out. Give me
Yeah.
the glow sticks right now, man.
We had a bar in Providence called Bar One, and it was like, I mean, like you could walk in with like a Big Mac receipt that just said I'm 18,
Right.
Yeah.
and we would turn it into like a strip club. Like girls would get on the bar,
No.
and strip, and we would like
Dollar bills.
Like
Like,
underage.
we were like 15.
Stop,
So like
I'm
15-year-old girls would
barfing.
get on the bar
And
and strip, and we'd like stuff money down their pocket.
And like
It
some
was
fucking
insane.
you
bar
would
owner.
put money in their pocket.
But like they're like the fucking pant line.
Yeah.
yeah.
But like
it
you think
was-
that there was some owner who
Yeah.
was an adult being like, okay.
There's, yeah.
Right, because he probably
Dude,
made a fortune,
absolutely,
honestly, like
man.
letting
Oh
kids
my
in and
God.
whatever.
The,
like,
the police would come in. They were on the take. The police would come in,
Yep.
and they just walk to the back and then walk out the front. And
And they did their
I'm sure they were taking money. or
envelope
whatever.
of cash.
Yeah,
and,
yeah,
you know,
yeah,
yeah, they were taking your cash from the fucking strip.
yeah.
right.
What was the most trouble you've ever been in as a kid? Were you a bad kid?
I was bad in school. Like, I didn't want to go to school, and I would just like cut school all the time. So I think the most trouble I ever
to
got
just
into.
not go to school when you're a
Yeah.
kid. That's
Yeah,
badass.
for like a
like the
year,
gr-
I
if I-
didn't
if-
go on Fridays. Like, my
kid
mom would
didn't go
drop
on
me off,
Mondays.
and I would
Go
just
Mondays.
walk away from the school. Like, I would just, she would be
Crazy.
like pretending she was watching me go in, and as soon as she would pull away, I would just turn.
and go like smoke
And there was
cigs
always,
and hang out.
there's always like a corner by the school that like
Yes.
the dirtbags
Yeah,
hung
yeah.
out at
you
and
were
like
the dirtbag
smoked
kid.
Newports.
we
Yeah.
had to go literally across the street because it wasn't on school grounds. So they would just
Right.
cross the street and rip Newports and then like come back. And
Right.
some of the teachers who were dirtbags and smoked would do the
I
same thing with
think,
the
like,
kids. It was disgusting.
Yeah, it's so gross.
It's like you're smoking with
You're
children.
smoking a
you
pack
fucking,
a day as you're 15.
But so the school you wouldn't like get in trouble enough, or your
I
parents just
ended up
didn't
getting
fucking-
caught. Like, I think what happens is when your friends start driving, it's done.
Yeah.
Like, that's
Lights
it.
out,
Cut it
yeah.
out.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
it. So when that started happening, like I was going to like a trade school. I was going to beauty school while I was in high school. So my whole thing was like a fiasco. Like, they were just like, please graduate.
Yeah.
And I ended up getting caught like a couple weeks before the end of my senior year, and they were like, you're not going to graduate unless you send in like 47 like absent notes from every Friday this year or whatever it was. Like, it was like ridiculous. And my mom printed out
wrote
the
'em?
same thing, a million times and just
Gangster.
signed it. And I
Because she was like,
she
I'm
was
not
like,
teaching you a
"You're
lesson.
not-"
We got to graduate
Yeah,
you.
yeah. So that was like,
That's
I
a
got
ride or
in
die
trouble a
mom.
lot for cutting school. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, just not straight up not going would be like, ooh, these people are bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I definitely never like cut school because I was too scared.
Yeah,
I like
So what
fake-
would you do?
I like fake sick and stuff like that with my parents, but like
Yeah.
I never just like
Didn't go. Like if you went to school, you went to school.
yeah.
Yeah.
I would.
We
Like,
went-
I guess maybe I've cut a
Interesting.
class here and there and like to go get food, but I
Would
I
your
don't
parents
think-
let you stay home? Like, if you asked?
Oh,
Yeah, Polly was like,
I-
whatever,
yeah.
dude.
It
Wow,
was-
that's amazing.
She was a big on like the mental health. She was just like, yeah, she's
Wow,
like,
I love
she's
that.
like, yeah, do mental health day.
Mental health day, yeah.
Yeah,
Ahead of
my
her
mom
time.
would send me to school with 120 fever, like bleeding from my eyes.
Yeah.
She would not.
She wasn't like she would write me notes to like get out of school, but she also didn't do doctor stuff. So like it wasn't like if I was lying about being sick, that was fine. But like she
If you
wasn't-
were actually sick, she was
She
like
was
drink
like,
tea.
I've said I broke 2 bones, and it took a combined 4 weeks for her to get me to the hospital. It was
Not
doctors
the
like,
emergency room at
"You
that
need
point.
to
It's like,
amputate."
it
Yeah,
was an
dude.
emergency 4 weeks ago.
one of them. One of them I broke 3 knuckles. And I was taking a test in a Scantron. I couldn't close my hand, so I was holding the pencil like this, trying to fill it out. And the doctor was like, the teacher was like, you need to go to the doctor. Like, what are you talking about? You can't close your hand. I was like, it's fine. It happened 2 weeks ago. They're like, even more reason to go to the fucking doctor.
Right.
And then they brought me. My mom didn't bring me. They brought me.
That's so funny.
The teachers brought you to the hospital.
yeah.
That's fucking amazing.
It was in high school, so it was a boarding school, so like the teachers
Right,
didn't think anything of it. It wasn't weird for them.
Yeah.
Once people started driving, that was the best.
Oh, that's it.
the first year of licenses and cars was awesome.
like
When it was like you want to
so
just
scary.
drive around and again
It's like,
now that I like
think
have
about-
kids, I think about it. I'm like, this is all such a bad idea.
Yeah.
I mean, we would go.
You ever seen a 16-year-old on the road?
No.
Oh,
It's like-
forget it.
it's
It's
like, what
insane.
the fuck is that kid doing driving a car?
And we were
It was-
drinking. We were drinking and driving at 16.
Oh my
it was like
God, yeah.
insanity. Like
Oh,
we can't
smoking
even,
and driving,
yeah.
drinking and driving.
We would go to a place. My one friend got his license like early. He was like a grade back or whatever. So
He was like 30.
And we would like go somewhere, like to someone's house or basement, like during school for like the lunch period, and we would all drink. And he was driving, so he would wait to like the end, and he would like chug like a water bottle of vodka. And then be like, by the time the buzz hits me, we'll be back at school. So he'd be like driving back to school, being like, all right, I'm still sober. Like park the car, and now I'm drunk.
It's so crazy.
16. It's like, what the fuck?
No, nobody should. I don't drive. I haven't driven since I was a teenager. I got my license, and I was like,
I could
done.
see you being a nightmare behind the wheel.
Oh, I
like
the worst. I drove for 2 months and totaled a car, and I was like, I should have never gotten my license.
You have not driven since then?
No.
Truly?
I've never driven.
Not driven?
I've never driven.
Not even once, or you're saying like you don't consistently drive?
Like
if I needed you right now to be like, can you pick me up
I
or
could
something,
probably
do
get
it?
you somewhere.
Yeah.
But
you don't drive.
There's a risk. It's a risk. Yeah. And I'm like this close to
yeah.
the
Oh,
steering
sure.
wheel. Like,
I could see. Yeah.
I always thought it was so cool when people would drive like with one leg up on the seat. So dangerous. But like, it just looked cool.
Dude,
but
that's like a girl's gonna fight you. Like,
yeah.
A girl drives with a leg up?
Yeah.
That girl will.
She will fuck you and fight you and ruin your life. Yeah, the same fucking time.
Picture like the chick who sits like that. Yeah. Like, oh, you are.
Yeah, we had a bunch of girls with the leg up, cigarette, couple piercings.
No hands on the wheel.
Yeah.
Just praying.
Whoa.
Like at any given time, when they're in a car, driving is the third thing they're focused on.
At best.
Yeah. Like
that
the
is,
way you look, the music,
yeah.
the
You're
leg
doing
being
makeup,
up, the cigarette.
Oh
yeah.
my god.
That's so funny.
We also, the town I grew up in had like a decent amount of wealthy kids who would have like nice cars.
Yeah.
So you would, if you saw like the white BMW with like the tinted mirrors going by, you knew that what girl was driving that, and you knew this guy had this car and that car, and it
Which
was like,
is also
and I'm
so
driving around with my
ridiculous.
fucking Corolla, like.
Yeah,
you
you
know?
got a Corolla, you got a Camry, like
Yeah, I mean, I was, like,
beginner,
so
but like
happy.
a 20-year-old one, like
Yeah,
that's
absolutely, like a
people
beater.
who bought their kids like brand new Mercedes when
That
they were
was-
15. It's like
I'm pretty sure a girl in my school had like the first ever X5, the BMW like truck, like US SUV.
Honestly, good for her.
It was like, I mean,
Yeah.
that was like 5 years ago at this point. She had one in
Yeah.
white, and I was like, does this car even like exist?
It's so
Like,
sick, yeah.
Yeah, it's
a
just
custom BMW.
Yeah,
Right.
for real. Yeah, there was some cars floating around there that I was like, now again, looking back on it, like, how did you give a child this fucking luxury vehicle? It's crazy.
Right.
I'm gonna be the worst with my kids. They're not doing any of this shit.
Yeah.
Man. I'm like, I know all this shit. Like, get out of here.
It's so funny because our parents used to be like, I was young once
I
too, and we're like,
know.
shut up.
I
Like,
know, and it's like, I know I'm gonna sound that way.
it's like, no, you weren't. But I'm saying that to like people who are young now. I'm like, oh, please, you know, like teenagers. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm fully already in my day, whether it's music or parties, going out.
It's hard
style,
not to. It's
whatever.
just changed so much.
It's worse. It's always worse. It's worse. I don't care
It's
what
so
they say.
much worse.
It's-
It is.
I mean, like thinking about looking at Kanye, where it's like the old Kanye and the new Kanye is
Right.
like, that's real. Like to
Right.
me, that's like an actual thing. That's not like, I don't think of it as me being old. I'm like, it was better. That's why I think
Right.
everything is that
Right.
way too.
Yeah.
But I guess I just sound like an old person.
Yeah.
That's how it goes.
That's how it goes.
I'd rather
It's like
be
when we
that
talk about
though.
the Close, where it's like
Yeah.
15 years in the younger, you'd be like, we like that music.
But I'd rather
there was
be
I had
that
a phase
than
in my life where I liked Machine Gun Kelly.
that might not age well. You're right. That might not age well. There might be a time where I'm like, I really like that album. Huh? Okay.
It's
Okay.
like, I was like, I rocked out the tickets to my downfall. like, I did. I like it.
Yeah,
it's
no.
good. That's the kind of music I like, and and he came into my world, and that's just something.
And
I
you
have to live with
embraced
now.
it. And now that's part of your brand.
Yeah, that's
whether you like it or not.
Now I'm a
Yeah.
Machine Gun Kelly fan.
Life comes at you fast, man. Are you doing any more acting and stuff?
Not right now. I think maybe in a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just kind
Maybe
of wait for that to.
beginning of next year.
I feel like trying that. I'd rather if I was in a position to do that, I would almost like. I'd rather pick and choose little spots than like go on.
Yeah, I
auditions
mean
all
it's
the
so
time
hard
and,
to get like
fucking crazy.
to get anything too. So
Yeah.
it's just like
Just
luck
go the reality
half the
route.
time. I know I want to be on a
Do it.
reality show
Just
so
do
bad.
it.
I just
Do Love Is
I
Blind
would love
season
that.
3.
I want like
You'd be perfect.
I want Love Is Blind,
because
but
the voice
everyone-
and everything is
Yeah.
what they like. They want people like that.
yeah.
Oh, you'll
Somebody
meet up
said
with some
that-
fucking New York goon too. It'll be great.
Sanitation worker.
Yes.
That's what I am looking for.
Could you imagine if you had like because there's always like one couple that comes out of that people love.
Right, and they
And
stay
if it
together.
was, you know, Carly and Rocco,
right.
the fucking sanitation worker.
That's my nephew's name.
Yeah. You could live happily ever after on Staten Island. It'll be perfect, and everybody will love that couple. Yeah.
Always knew I was gonna date a beautician one day. Yeah, no, legally you have to. So.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, that would be a match made in heaven.
Yeah. Oh God, I love it.
Someone's got to make it happen.
You want to go do a little answer the internet?
Sure.
Okay. Pop next door. So you already said it, but Zanies in April.
Zany's April 10th. We're in Atlanta April 9th. You can follow me at Carly Aquilino. I don't know where I'm looking, but Carly Aquilino. And on TikTok, I'm Fashion Girl 42069.
Oh yeah, TikTok is where you've been killing.
I love
Fashion Girl
TikTok.
42069. It is perfect. I mean, how many followers do you have on there now?
I think I recently just got 400.
Yeah, you've been killing it.
Yeah.
I mean, that
I
is.
like rarely post on there.
But when you do, I feel like they're home runs.
When I do, I feel I gotta feel it.
Yeah.
Like,
I
have
know.
to be
I know.
inspired.
I know.
Are you still doing the one with your knees?
Nah.
What?
I-
No, I'm devastated.
I do something and then like within a week I get pretty bored of it.
Harmonies
That was,
was a fucking run though.
I DM'd him.
I
I
would
was like,
walk
I've
in
never
here-
followed something so fast in my life. Like him, like his knees, because I have a picture of my knee looking like a Ninja Turtle. And I was like, this is like very on brand.
I would walk in here and he'd be like standing on the table with the ring light on his knees, with his pants around his ankles, just like dancing to fucking
Who
Taylor
took the
Swift.
videos?
All of these guys.
God.
There were guys like laying down. This, that. I was like, oh, just another day here.
It's weird. Like I don't know why I get sick of that. I like just like it. I mean, it took literally 10 seconds.
Right.
And after a week, the idea of it, dude, was like this
I gotta
daunting
do
task.
harmonies.
Like,
Yeah.
oh,
Right.
God,
That's-
You're like,
that
gotta
is-
go to work.
Yeah.
Pull your pants out.
All right, let's go next door.
Okay.
If you're watching on YouTube, click here to subscribe so that you get all the new episodes as they come out. And John, what should they click if they want notifications? Make sure you click thumbs up for the like. Hit that bell icon.